Hey guys, this is part 3 of my walkthrough. We just now talked to John Gray, talked to Charlena, and
hello?
Looks like we're
Nancy,
talking on the
hi,
phone.
it's me.
Hi, Bess.
And me.
Hey, George, what's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's the one who insisted we call you Nancy. Only because you're driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Lopri Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Lopri Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool. Nice try, Bess. No, really. You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself. George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lopri. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room? Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape. It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning. Only it turns out she faked the whole thing. Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped. Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has. Very funny. So what else is going on?
Before she disappeared, Lopri told us that the purpose of this train trip is to find out what happened to Jake Hurley, the train's original owner.
Was he murdered or something?
No one knows. He was married to a woman named Camille, but she died, and he eventually vanished while mining for gold. His train was found abandoned in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada, with no one on board but his dead engineer.
Whoa, spooky. Have any theories?
My first order of business is to find out what happened to Lopri.
So first Hurley's wife dies, then Hurley vanishes, then the engineer dies, then Lopri vanishes. A pattern, maybe? Bess, do us all a favor and leave the detective work to Nancy,
Yes,
okay?
please.
Has either of you been to Copper Gorge, Colorado?
Never heard of the place. Why?
Well, that's where the train I'm on is headed. Apparently Jake Hurley buried his wife Camille there after she died on the train.
She died on the train? Ew, creepy.
John Gray has set up a bunch of equipment in Camille's train car in hopes of documenting distortions in the electromagnetic field caused by her residual energy.
Say what? He's looking for Camille's ghost. Don't you ever watch him on TV? Just because I watch him doesn't mean I understand
Yes.
him.
Catch you later.
Remember, when in doubt,
Program.
call.
Okay, so now, after that little interruption-ish thing, we're going to go to Tino Valducci.
Hey, Nancy, right?
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Never thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
It's a great job, you know. I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers. All have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Where do you think it came from?
Probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'll tell you what. Here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you. The Tino Balducci.
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
So, what do you think happened to Lori?
Well, she could have been kidnapped. She could have been tossed off the train. She could be hiding from us. But I obviously won't know which until I've gathered all the facts.
So, you're gathering facts?
Of course. It may not look it because that's my style. I'm a low-key kind of guy. But hey, don't worry. I'll know the facts when I know the facts. The truth can't be rushed, you know.
Have you had a chance to talk to Charlena Purcell?
Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
You don't like her?
I can't stand those sappy books she writes. And seeing as I said as much during an interview on national TV once, it's a pretty safe bet she doesn't like me.
Have you talked to John Gray?
The ghost guy? Total quack. Only reason I talked to him would be to arrest him for fraud.
You've been a big help.
Helping people's what I'm all about.
Quack. Very. Okay. So now, I have this. And,
I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts.
so now, yeah, we can kind of look through these stuff a little bit if you want. But now that we have the 7 slug and the 3 slug, now we can
An old scale.
open.
Strange. It seems to be built into the wall.
We can use the scale.
It's locked.
Nancy's favorite
Wonder why it's got all those symbols on it like that.
thing is it's locked. So now, take this.
That square and that duck look very familiar.
Yes, yes they do. Oops. So now, we can go into the projector. We can notice that, like, these drawers have things in them. So now, we have the 8s. We have paper that
Silver.
says silver.
What do
It's
all those
orange,
colors
blue,
have to do
green,
with
red,
silver?
purple, yellow. I guess we'll find out. Look under here. There's a map.
Looks like to
saying
make this thing,
blueprints.
whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think.
Yes, yes they are. And then basically he says, could be so upset about something that befell a doll that I accidentally knocked one she called Naughty Tina off the shelf and literally, I'm afraid, fractured its tiny skull. Despite my heartfelt apologies, Camille burst into tears at the sight of the crack, which now traverses Naughty Tina's face. Tears when continued unabated for hours. I told her to I'd order her another one as soon as we reached Copper Gorge. Unfortunately, she wouldn't make it there. Okay, so now we can
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders, but I have no idea which one goes where.
Oops, no. I think Fleecom Telecommunications really needs to get this, like, down, because it seems that, like, this happens. So this is always different, so. And you only have to do it once, though, in the game. Thank God, I think I go nuts. Oh, I clicked the wrong one, that's fine. Oh my goodness, okay. There we go. That's...
Lori? Oh my gosh! I never thought
Oh my
you'd be the
gosh,
one
it's
to find
Lori.
me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
Okay, well, I think that we're going to stop there, because I'm up to like 11 minutes, so yes, we found Lori, and yeah, so we'll have our conversation in the next video.